This is Hannibal from thehannibaltv.com, and we are at the Dan Gable National Wrestling Hall of Fame weekend here, and this is the Impact Pro Wrestling event and the Thesz Battle Royal presented by Impact Pro Wrestling. This is a yearly battle royal that happens on night one of the National Wrestling Hall of Fame weekend. We have wrestlers from all over Iowa participating in this, as well as some wrestlers that were here for the talent evaluation that was done earlier in the day by Gerald Briscoe, JJ Dillon, and Danny Cage, who now runs the Monster Factory. We actually visited the Monster Factory here at the Hannibal TV. Earlier this year, we attended a seminar with Bill DeMott, and there's an interview with Danny Cage at the end of that seminar, so I highly suggest people check out that seminar. There is some good advice in there about becoming a professional wrestler in the WWE, as controversial of a character as Bill DeMott is, and some of those controversial moments of his have been documented through the Hannibal TV if you search the Bill DeMott playlist here on the Hannibal TV. But back to the Battle Royal here, lots of action taking place, and Brian Blair is probably the biggest star in this Battle Royal. Of course, he's one half of the legendary WWE Tag Team, the Killer Bees, and Brian Blair is also the president of the Cauliflower Alley Club, and he played a big part in allowing the Hannibal TV to film not only the awards ceremonies night one and night two at the 2018 Cauliflower Alley Club, but cover a lot of the events that happened at the Cauliflower Alley Club this year, and I highly suggest people check out our playlist. Shawn Michaels was inducted this year, Harlem Heat, Greg Valentine, Brickhouse Brown, who passed away not too long ago. So check that out, and while you're at it, check out the playlist from Impact Pro Wrestling's 2018, not just Impact Pro Wrestling, but the playlist we have for the Dan Gable National Wrestling Hall of Fame 2018. We have the award ceremonies that included Bruiser Brody and Owen Hart being inducted. Lots of small interviews with the likes of Diana Hart, Stan Hansen, Barbara Goodish. Even Booker T talked to us. Everyone was very open at this Impact Pro Wrestling event, as well as the National Wrestling Hall of Fame. And of course, we recorded our full shoot interview with Nikita Koloff while we were there that weekend, and that's been a big hit so far on YouTube on the Hannibal TV. It's now posted in full. Speaking of shoot interviews, I am conducting a bunch of shoot interviews in the southern United States. I'm actually leaving this week, and I'm doing interviews with part two with Psycho Sid Vicious, a guy that definitely should be in the WWE Hall of Fame, as well as Kamala, another guy that should be in the Hall of Fame. Jerry Jarrett, the father of Jeff Jarrett, legendary Memphis promoter. Dutch Mantell, I'm also going to be interviewing him, legendary booker, and he was recently in WWE as Uncle Zebekiah and Zeb Culture or something like that, managing Jack Swagger. I'll also be interviewing Simon Dean, aka Mike Busey, who was Nova in ECW and was in WWE Talent Relations for a while. You'll have to forgive me, I don't know anyone in this Battle Royal other than Brian Blair. Brian Blair is doing pretty well. He is looking in good shape. I'm not sure how old he is. He's definitely around the age of Hulk Hogan. I know that Hulk Hogan had one of his first matches with Brian Blair. So those two go back a long way, and I know Brian Blair has actually been in politics in Florida, and he is good friends with Jesse the Body Ventura, who is someone I definitely want to interview one day for the Hannibal TV, as well as Brian Blair. It hasn't happened yet. He's a very busy guy, but I know he has some great stories. As we see Jeff Jeffries, I know his name for sure. He wrestled in a tag team match earlier on this night, in a tag team match that Harry Smith and Wes Briscoe were involved with. A lot of stars on this show. There's been Austin Aries, Colt Cabana, Harry Smith, Brian Blair, Wes Briscoe. Tons of stars this whole weekend at the National Wrestling Hall of Fame as another guy gets eliminated. Brian Blair is impressing the hell out of me, staying in this match. We're at past the 5-minute mark now, and Brian Blair is still holding on. Another man eliminated right there. I should know the name of the guy that did the elimination, but I don't. I am very sorry, but I know he's well known in the St. Louis area, and he was part of the NWL that recently went out of business. I know one of the most credible promoters in the St. Louis area is Herb Simmons, a friend of mine, and he hooked us up with the Bob Orton shoot interview that we did this weekend. That was part of the National Wrestling Hall of Fame, and that's up now absolutely free on the Hannibal TV. We also did an interview with Dan the Beast Severin, who I highly suggest everyone check out my match with Dan Severin. Search Hannibal versus Dan Severin on YouTube. That was quite a battle. He's a UFC Hall of Famer. Hopefully future WWE Hall of Famer too. He certainly had a good wrestling career. Severin was a former NWA champion. As another wrestler, looks like he's going to be eliminated right there. Brian Blair making it to the final 4 here. This is going to be very interesting. And of course, I would highly suggest everyone subscribe to the Hannibal TV on YouTube. We have tons of great content coming, and I promise you I'm going to be on the lookout for some new commentators. I was just in a bind here because I wanted to get these matches out. My regular commentator, Zach McGibbon, that was usually doing matches like this, had these videos for several weeks now and didn't do the commentary, so I want to get them out before my trip to Memphis. And Brian Blair laying the boots to someone in the corner here as he gets shoved away. These guys should all be teaming up on Brian Blair, in my opinion. He is the wily veteran of the bunch. He's beaten more names, definitely by far, than any of these guys, and had a better career than any of these guys. And to be honest, he's actually in probably the best shape out of the 4 that are in here. But they're not taking my advice. They're not playing the smart game here. Brian Blair is playing the smart game. He's staying out of the action. Just sneaking in there to help make sure that guy's eliminated. Now Brian Blair being attacked from behind. These two better team up and get him out of there. He's definitely the biggest threat to take this battle royal, in my opinion. Full Nelson here to Blair. Blair trying to escape, prying at the fingers. This other guy's taunting him, maybe taking too much time as he eliminates his buddy. Now Brian Blair with a boot to the face. Throws the man in the red trunk over the top, but he holds on to the top rope. Tackle to the midsection of Brian Blair now. He's made it to the final 2. This other guy's reminiscent of Bob Backlund there, the way he's moving around. Delivers a very nice drop kick. Brian Blair is in trouble here. That drop kick has to hurt his kidneys. Definitely made good contact. Going for a go behind here. Atomic drop to Blair. Blair blocks the atomic drop. He delivers an atomic drop of his own, and the guy is out of the ring. Brian Blair takes the Lou Thesz Memorial Battle Royal. Congratulations to the Killer Bee himself. And don't forget to subscribe to The Hannibal TV on YouTube and search Brian Blair, The Hannibal TV. There's a lot of great videos on here.